I do this every time. Episode 7, episode 8 of the MLB Draft Spotlight Show here with episode 2 with Braden Montgomery. Braden, you and I talked 2 or 3 years ago. Welcome back to the show. Madison, Mississippi's own. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back. It's been a lot has happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened, man. So we went through the 2021 draft together. Obviously, you decided to go to school. You end up at Stanford. Now you're at Texas A&M. How you been, dude? Introduce Braden Montgomery to the viewers, listeners. Like, who are you on the field? Who are you off the field? What are you all about?
Yeah. It's been yeah, I've been I guess I've been trying to figure that out, but yeah, I just say I'm a ball player. I do whatever I can, do as much as I can, and just try to play energetic, keep it and just light it up.
I like it, man. I've always really appreciated how thoughtful you are with everything, with the way that you approach the game, with your answers, with your interviews. Uh, Off the field, when you're not playing ball, what are you doing when you're hanging out? Are you a movie buff? Are you a video gamer? Are you a reader? Like, what are your passions?
Right. Yeah, I'd just say I like being with the guys, and so whatever the guys like doing, that's typically what I find myself enjoying. Got into going to movie theaters a lot last year, and now I just kind of hang out, play some video games here and there. But yeah, I just like to be around the guys.
What's your development been like? Because you spent 2 years at Stanford. You absolutely crushed it last year. You guys go deep into the playoffs. I won't talk too much about Stanford since you're at Texas A&M right now, but what has your development been like? What has it been like adjusting to college baseball?
Yeah, it's been big. It's been a lot of focus on the mental side of things, because without your mental, like you're done for. And so that's been something I've had to approach, especially coming into college, because everyone's going to be physically gifted, and so that mind is what's going to set you apart. So yeah, that's where I feel like I've come the furthest is um, just getting right up top, and that helps just translate into everything else. Helps with discipline and staying on the course.
I love it. I love it. You've answered this question before in other interviews. I'm going to ask it anyways. You're a two-way guy, up to 97 on the mound. It's crazy. A switch hitter. You got an absolute hose in right field. What's your favorite thing to do on the ball field? Because you really can do a little bit of everything.
Um, it depends on the day. Whatever's going great that day, that's I'm rocking with it.
Yeah. How about your hitting? Because it's come a long ways. All the metrics have improved year over year. Where do you think you've grown the most at the plate?
Um, like I said, that mental piece has become so big, and so I think as I get older and get into it, you have to look at strategy at times, and so just kind of being patient enough when the time calls for it, but also being aggressive enough has been kind of that I've been trying to find that easy medium in the middle. So I'm still working with that, and yeah, I think that's what's been huge for me.
Okay. So you spent, like I said, you spent 2 years at Stanford. You're now at Texas A&M. I don't want to ask you about the schools and the decision making and all that, but I do want to know one thing because you have an interesting story, an interesting journey. You're one of the few players in the last couple of years that has gone through the transfer portal process. For the viewers and listeners at home, what is that process like? What's it like being ultimately a we'll call it a free agent for 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah, it's a lot for sure. I'd say that's kind of the main thing is it's a lot. Um, and yeah, it's tough, and you gotta do a lot of soul searching, and it's also tough just hearing everyone on the outside and the thoughts that they think are the greatest because that's how we all value our own opinion. But yeah, it's difficult, and I definitely don't envy anyone that has to go through it. But yeah, sometimes it's what has to be done. Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt, man. How does it differ from like being a sophomore in high school? Because obviously you're being a guy like you go from like 76 in the outfield to 90, 92 in the outfield your sophomore year in high school. Every coach in the country is calling you at that point. How does it differ, you know, being in high school, being kind of a prospect to being a known commodity and being in the transfer portal? Like How was that mentally and emotionally a different process for you?
Right. I'd say it's I'd say the biggest difference is like really knowing what you want this time around. I mean, you've been in school for 2 years, and so understand the recruiting process out of high school and kind of what you've gone through in your college experiences. And so coaches also know what you want, and so it's really clear. And on that front, it's not like just a sophomore in high school with the lofty expectations and whatnot. And so I think it makes it clear on that front. Um, and yeah, I'd say that's like you said, it's a lot different not knowing what the coaches are gonna get versus knowing what they'll have for less amount of time, I guess.
True.
Um, yeah,
How about so A&M? You land in a beautiful college town. You're now working with Max Wiener. You've got all the resources in the world under you to improve your game. What was it about A&M, man? What was it about Aggie Land?
yeah, I think that's dealing with something special. Just the combination of the staff and the guys that they've brought here, it's really a special thing, and, yeah, just, it caught my attention, and it really is something special.
So what do you got for yourself this year, man? This is a big year for Braden Montgomery, 2024. Obviously, you're on a lot of featured lists, if you will. But I mean, obviously, you got big goals at Texas A&M. Like, what are you looking to accomplish this season?
Um, I don't know yet. I guess I'm kinda looking at it from taking it a day at a time and then letting the season hold what it has to offer. And if I can do what I have to, and stack up these days, then whatever happens, I'll be fine with it. So,
All right, so we'll go back to this summer really quick. Team USA, some big hits. You play for YD on the Cape, some big hits, man. What was the highlight of your summer? Like, what did you take away from the Cape? What did you take away from Team USA as kind of growth pillars in your game?
I thought the highlight was just getting to meet, a bunch of new guys that were awesome, honestly. That group at USA was a really good bunch, and it just a month flew by with them, and I found myself missing just hanging out with those guys more than any of the other stuff. So yeah, that was what was big for me, and then again with another great group at YD this year, and so yeah, that's really kind of what makes the summer the best part.
I like it. Hey man, you've always been a bit of an intellectual type. And I'm curious, do you get into the data both on the pitching side, on the hitting side? Like, are you into the EVs? Are you into spin? Are you into spin efficiency? Like launch angles? Like, is that your thing? Or are you still more of a feel type of a guy?
I'll say it's necessary for me to use numbers, but not something I really live by. I think it's something that's good to maybe structure training or look at why something's working over something else, per se at the big league level. And so I think it's something that's good to structure training around, but not something I want to get lost in and go down that rabbit hole.
I think that's the perfect
Yeah.
approach. Perfect. All right. So we got 2 weeks left in the big league season. Obviously, you're a baseball fan. What are you watching right now, man? Like, what's the storyline in Major League Baseball that you're fixated on?
Yeah, I'm watching my struggling Yankees right now. It's it's tough, but I'm sticking with them. Hoping that the captain will have a healthy season next year and Volpe will have a good sophomore campaign.
There you go. How about Jason Dominguez? That was a fun four
Yeah, that
games.
was fun while it lasted. Hopefully, he'll come back stronger. It'll be something to watch after.
No doubt. All right, Braden Montgomery. 25 more years. Let's say you play until you're 40. All right. Let's say you play until you're 45. 25 more years of baseball. You got one song, one walk-up song for the rest of your life. What are you going with? See, I knew
Okay,
I would get you
so
with this
walk of
question because
song,
I know you're thoughtful. Like I knew this was gonna be you right here.
right? Would it be
Can't go
like,
stale. Can't go stale.
uh, I don't know. Uh, my hitting walk of song right now is Wipe Me Down remix by Boosie,
Oh my
but
God. Wipe Me
my
Down
all-time
came out
favorite
when I was in
song
high school, dude.
yeah, but my all-time favorite song is Closer by Neo, so I'd be kinda stuck between those 2.
I think you could roll with Neo because I think that's a good enough melody that it would survive the test of time.
Yeah, yeah.
For my generation, I please ask you not to do Wipe Me Down because that song came out when I was at prom, and I don't want to repeat it. Okay. All right, Team USA. I'll give you Team USA Stanford, and I'll give you Team USA Stanford and the Cape. Who's the one player, one guy, no shot? You're gonna let him date your sister,
Mm, Ryan Bruno.
Bruno, the
Yeah,
the lefty with
yeah,
the attitude,
yeah. No, no
fiery.
chance. No
I
shot.
dig it, man. Braden, I'm excited to see what happens at Aggieland, man. I think Texas A&M is a perfect fit for you. I think Max Wiener is going to do big things for you on the mound, and I'm excited to see where the bat goes in 2024, dude. It's going to be a big year. Awesome reconnecting with you, man. Let's see what happens this year, okay?
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.
It'll be something to watch for in
All
Aggieland.
right, man. Hell yeah. Good luck.
Alright, thank you.